Hey there. Have you ever really stopped to think about why our world is built the way it is? Why we have separate rooms and different buildings and entire cities? Well, today we're going to dive into this really cool idea that kind of reveals the secret language of the spaces all around us. It connects everything from your own house to the grand sweep of history. And it all kicks off with a really simple question about where you live.
So just think about it for a second. Why isn't your house or apartment just one giant open room? I mean, you've got a kitchen for cooking, a bedroom for sleeping, a living room for hanging out. Each one of those spaces has a super specific job. But why? Well, it turns out the answer lies in this fundamental force that shapes pretty much everything we built. It's a kind of hidden pressure that dictates the design of our lives. And that force is something called strain.
And let me tell you, once you learn to see this invisible force, you'll start seeing it absolutely everywhere. Okay, so what is this strain thing exactly? To put it simply, strain is the constant pressure that comes from all of our human needs and our desires. Just think about it. It's the hunger you feel, the need for sleep, that desire to connect with other people. It's basically the why behind everything we do and everything we build.
Now, this pressure isn't just one simple thing. It actually comes in four main flavors. First, you've got biological strain, things like hunger and sleep. Then there's emotional strain, like love or attachment or fear. You've also got social strain, which covers our need for status or cooperation. And last but not least, there's symbolic strain, that deep, uniquely human need for meaning and belief.
So once you see these different kinds of strain, you start to realize that our entire world is basically this incredibly sophisticated machine that we've designed to manage it all. And the most basic, most personal part of that machine? It's your home.
Seriously, think about it. Every single room in your house is like a specialized tool built to contain a specific type of strain. Your kitchen? That's there to manage the biological strain of hunger. The bedroom is designed for emotional strains like intimacy and rest. And the living room? That's a dedicated zone for social bonding. Our homes are not just random collections of rooms. They are finely tuned systems for regulating the pressures of just being human.
And what's really wild is that this exact same logic scales up perfectly from your home to an entire city. A city's institutions are really just bigger collective rooms for the whole of society. Markets and banks? They're built to manage economic and social strain. Courts and police stations exist to handle the strain of conflict. Even our parks are there to help us release social and biological pressures. A city, when you look at it this way, is really just a home for everyone.
Okay, so our spaces are strain management systems. Got it. But life isn't static, right? It's a constant ebb and flow, this daily rhythm of generating and then absorbing all these different pressures. Just look at any typical day. We head out into the world, we go to work, to school, and out there we build up all kinds of social and economic strain. Then our commute home. That's the transition. That's when we're literally carrying all that pressure back with us. And then finally, we get home, and our home acts like a sanctuary. It's the space designed to absorb and transform and reorganize all that strain, so we're ready to do it all over again the next day. It's this constant, dynamic loop that basically powers our lives.
But here's where it gets really big. This daily cycle of accumulating and releasing strain, it doesn't just happen over 24 hours. If we zoom way out, we can actually see the very same pattern playing out across the entire sweep of human history itself. When you start to look at it through this lens, all of human history really becomes the story of us just getting better and better at managing strain. We've been continuously evolving our systems, from the simplest shelters thousands of years ago to today's incredibly complex civilization, and it's all been an effort to more efficiently channel our most fundamental needs and desires.
And this whole process of societal change, it tends to follow a pretty predictable pattern. First, a bunch of unmet needs cause strain to build up in a society. Over time, that strain gets amplified, and the existing institutions start to feel unstable. That eventually leads to a release, some kind of crisis, like a revolution or a crash or a major reform. And then, out of that crisis, society reorganizes. It creates new rules, new spaces, and new institutions to better handle the pressure. This four-step cycle is such a powerful way to understand massive historical changes.
So what this framework really gives us is a powerful new way to see our world. It connects all the dots, from something as simple as your bedroom, all the way to the rise and fall of entire civilizations.
So let's put it all together. What's the big takeaway? Basically that our world is one giant interconnected system for managing strain. Our physical spaces, from rooms to cities, are the containers that channel it. Our ethics and laws are the rules that regulate it. And our institutions are the huge structures we've built to absorb it. What this all shows us is that life isn't about finding some perfect, stress-free balance. It's about navigating a constant, dynamic flow.
And that leaves us with one final and I think really crucial question. For thousands of years, we've been building physical containers to manage our strain. So the big question for our time is this. Our digital world is creating all these brand new types of strain. So what new spaces are we building right now to handle them? Now that is something to think about. Thanks for joining this explainer.